I am not in the marketing department, but I have to tell you that I was blessed to receive this new book this week. And it gave me, I don't know if you've had the opportunity to read it, but in your new book, The Power of Thoughts, you have 4-step formula for creative thinking. And of course, our students, this is something they have to do on a day-to-day basis. They include investigation, incubation, illumination, and verification. Can you describe how our youth can use these steps to be creative in school?
Yes, Amy. Like any ability, creative thinking can also be developed. So it's a faculty of our mind, our brain, our intellect, and some people are naturally more creative. Some people have developed it through repeated effort. So the idea out here is that sometimes you need focused thinking, where you want to bring your entire conscious mind to bear upon the subject at hand, and that's required when you are focused on peak performance. Now there, if you allow the mind to shift, then it'll affect our efforts. So focused thinking is also required, and then the creative thinking is where you let the conscious mind relax and allow the subconscious to flit around and create new connections and come up with new ideas. So it's very interesting. When I wrote that book, I had practical realization of this. It was the time when COVID was in full, there was, lockdowns and not much activity. And I was in Dallas itself at that time. I took that off time, the opportunity to write this book. When I would be writing, then I'd get stuck with what is called the writer's block. What next? What next? What next? I'd exert myself, my conscious intellect for an hour, but nothing would come up. And then I would say, okay, let's go for a walk. And the moment I'd go for a walk, the ideas would start streaming to me. And I would come back and say, okay, now I know exactly what to do. So this happened one day, then the next day, then the next day, then the next day. So wow. So I did some research on it. And that research is what I put down in creative thinking. I discovered that this is a regular thing. First, you gather the information with your conscious mind, and then let it relax, where you do either just a natural walk or any habitual activity. So the conscious mind relaxes. Now the subconscious gets the chance it needs. And then subsequently, you wait for that epiphany moment, eureka, like Archimedes. And finally, now when you have that epiphany, then you need to verify that does this idea make sense or not. If it does not, then you go back to step one. So for the students, I'd like to say that it's all a matter of practice. We are all endowed with the ability for creative thinking, but if we restrict ourselves, okay, what I have learned, stick to that, then we will not give it the opportunity to develop. So every time you gather information and now allow the mind to pull it here or there to come up with the new ideas. It will definitely develop with practice.